taking a deep dive into Crystal Mancer's talents. We're going to be checking out exactly what the talents are, as well as how effective they are on the ladder. This may be the best damage dealer that is a non-legendary unit. Stay tuned, fellas. We're going up against a couple of good opponents, taking on our Crystal Mancer talents. Grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping right into a game today showcasing Crystal Mancer talents. Okay, I have not yet put any Crystal Mancer talents on, bought any talents. I have my Crystal Mancer at max already, but I haven't put any of the talents on it because I don't know. I don't have that many faction cores. That's definitely true. I think I could probably get one, maybe two upgrades onto her, fighting off a sneeze. But I know I couldn't max it out with cores just because it's Dark Domain, correct? And I just used all of those on my Cultist. So that's the reason that we haven't leveled it up. But I found a couple of games on the battle history where you can watch replays of other people playing Crystal Mancer, and that's what we're going to be doing today. And we're trying to find a couple of even matchups here to where this guy and my opponent are both around 1600 crit. We've got a level 11 talented Crystal Mancer versus a level 11 talented Blade Dancer. Fair go right here. We'll check out the equipment. I don't know what my equipment is, so nothing too crazy. Let's talk about the talents. So first and foremost, okay, we have the High Arcanist. One merge on the battlefield always... one mage on the battlefield, I apologize, is always an Arcanist. A mage has a 45% chance to appear with a crystal, which instead of attacking monsters, gives the Arcanist 2.5 charge. Arcanist has 1,000% area damage, massively important, and attacks only every 3 seconds, spending 3 charges per attack. So it's got a really slow attack rate, but it does have area damage, and at least it's a good combination, okay? Because you have the one that's doing area damage every so often, every 3 seconds, and then the rest of them are still firing pretty good. Crystal Mancer has a pretty high fire rate compared to other units, but that's always the single target. After 500 charges, its damage increases by 0.25%. Blade Dancer took out Tribunal there, and we did not. If you can tell, we're still trying to take out Tribunal, so that's definitely not a good thing here. Increases by 0.25%. Arcanist critical damage is reduced 3 times. And then we're also using Crystal Connection. The chance for a mage to appear with Crystal goes up by 35%. Arcanist damage increases by 3% for every mage with a crystal on the battlefield. So let's try to watch it, because this is actually the first time I've spent time looking at gameplay of Crystal Mancer, of the new talents with Crystal Mancer. So let's try and take a peek at it here. And I'm going to try. I keep trying to move this mic around. I want this to like kind of bend this way. That feels better, because now I can actually look to my my right. Do the L's. But here you go. Okay, you can clearly see that the one Crystal Mancer is at 32. It's getting crystals 31, 32. It attacks every 3 seconds, doing area damage. And when it attacks, it uses those crystals, which is really cool, right? And then the rest of them, you know what? The rest of them don't even look like they're attacking. Are they supposed to be attacking? We're still outputting some pretty good damage. And I think this deck is pretty straightforward. Obviously, we're using Awakening. If you are curious which talents the Blade Dancer is using, Floral Frenzy, as well as Elegant Parry. It's pretty funny. I don't have any talents on my Crystal Mancer, and I also don't have any talents on my Blade Dancer. This week would be pretty good for Blade Dancer, but we just never have made it happen. And yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty well. 15 seconds. It's a little scary, the fact that we weren't able to take out that Tribunal right away, right? I feel like we should definitely be able to take out that Tribunal if we're outputting a high amount of damage. And Crystal Mancer is also not really killing anything. The regular ones, I should say. The main ones, 64, 65, 66, 69, 68, 70. And it moved us. But it moved us onto a tile, actually. That was actually maybe a game changer. It moved that one onto a bonus tile, which is a growth tile. Which is pretty worthwhile, fellas. But this is super, super interesting. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me put on a couple of talents for my Crystal Mancer. We can bounce out of this game once it's over and just take a peek. See what kind of faction cores we're rocking with. See what kind of levels we could get to if we so chose. And if you guys want to see me try and put a couple of talents on my Crystal Mancer, we can definitely make that happen. But it's so curious to me that... Like, the main Crystal Mancer is obviously doing a ton of damage. And it's only the one. But the rest of them don't seem to be attacking at all, right? I thought it would be a good balance between, you know, one doing area damage every so often and the rest doing attack damage very often. But it doesn't seem that that's the way it's working. It really doesn't. So, super interesting there. 18 seconds until Grandmaster. Can we take out Grandmaster before it hits? We're also rocking, what is it, Jake Paul, is that what it's called? Is that the only thing that it's called? Jake Paul? I feel like they should have called it like Boxer or like Influencer Man or like, I don't know. I'm not going to get into the politics of things. But Grandmaster in 232 seconds, 232 HP. Oh, and we did take it out. So it took till like the third boss or the fourth boss for us to actually take it out without taking a hit because we got switched by Puppeteer. We got hit by Tribunal. But then we were able to take out Grandmaster before it hit. So that's always beneficial. But fellas, if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video, and if you want to help support the channel, keep the channel going, the time is now. The best possible way to do so is whenever you're making in-game purchases, make sure that you are going through My Games and using code BEACH rather than going through Rush Royale and using the in-game app. Because right now, for a limited time, if you go through My Games and use code BEACH, you're going to get a 10% discount on the Premium Pass, which the season's going to reset next week, or tomorrow, sorry, as well as 10% increase in crystals as well as platinum. Is that what it is? Crystals and platinum. Go check it out. There's a link in my description on how to do so. Let's see how we do against Assassin. Very good. On how to do so and where to go to do so. Okay, so go check it out. When you use my code, make sure you leave me a funny message. I love reading them. Somebody just commented, did you like my message? Yes, dude. I checked it out. It's funny. Everything's funny. All right. And like I said, it's the best way to help support the channel. It enables me to continue making the content that you guys enjoy so much for no extra money on your part, right? Oh, that's brutal that it got hit right there. Isn't there a shield on Crystal Mancer? Maybe not. Maybe there's not a shield. "27 seconds. We're having a tough time here. Holy, ooh, make another Crystal Mancer. We're up at 440 stacks for our Crystal Mancer. That's pretty insane. But it only attacks every 3 seconds. I feel like it needs more. It needs more, fellas. How are we supposed to... This is actually crazy. Assassin's going to hit a pretzel. That's pretty good. We hit one of his Blade Dancers, I believe, so that's pretty good. A million. So it only took out one Blade Dancer. He finally hit his trainer, our opponent, which clearly wasn't necessary. But Assassin, I mean, if Assassin hits the 590... Oh, okay. I forgot that Assassin, after the first one, just ranks things down. So after the initial attack by Assassin, the rest isn't all that important. But 630... stacks. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single Crystal Mancer has a crystal. Is that how that works? No, I don't think so, right? You can get Crystal Mancers without crystals that are stacking you, right? I wonder if... Maybe not. Maybe not. Again, let me know if you guys want to see how this works or see me play Crystal Mancer and try to figure it out on my own. But I can't believe that it doesn't attack at all. It's only the main one that attacks. I feel like that's a little interesting, but we're having a little bit of a tough time here. So is he. We're dropping our mans right there. He does have trainer. We're trying to take everything out. Dude, this is getting 2.8 million. Oh, the pretzel. He had a trainer. He had trainer. He could have used his trainer. He didn't use it. Bro, what are you doing? Jake Paul for the win. Let's check out the equipment. Nothing too crazy here either. We ended up doing 88 million damage with our Crystal Mancer. He did 101 million damage with his Blade Dancer. What a strange match. I thought Blade Dancer had that the entire way, but Crystal Mancer pulled it out the end. Was it because our opponent didn't drop trainer? It shouldn't be that close, right? But hey, Crystal Mancer versus Blade Dancer. Crystal Mancer comes out on top. That's only one game in the books, one win in the books. We're going to jump into a second game, but let's first just take a peek right here at what my Crystal Mancer looks like. So we've got only 250 dark cores. You can see it bottom right on the screen there. 250 dark cores is just not nearly enough to do anything if I wanted to put my talents on it. So that'll take 100, and then I'm assuming that one takes 200 to get Crystal Connection. And I wonder, Lightning Rod looks really, really cool. I wonder if that like makes the biggest difference. Lightning Rod gets you to actually output a significant amount of damage. But I don't really know. I haven't heard anything about Crystal Mancer being really good. I kind of see it as me wasting my Dark Faction cores on that card. But realistically, there's not another card that I'm trying to upgrade anyway. I've got a max here. I'm not going to level up my Banshee anytime soon. I'm not really going to have the option to. Harlequin is one that could be a real sneaky OP card when it gets talents, and I could get her to 11 relatively soon. Hex, I would love to see. Frost, I'm not going to put any time into. Demo already has talents I'm not going to put any time into. Definitely not going to upgrade Shaman. So let me know what you think. Should I upgrade some talents on our Crystal Mancer and try to make a little bit of a push there? Or should I focus my attention a little bit else? But let's jump into the second game of the morning. Second game underway. And now we're going to be able to showcase a level 13 talents on our Blade Dancer. Okay, so you can see it right there. You already got the guy. Let's see if my man works hard to try and get that Crystal Mancer, the man, on a boosted tile. Because if I was him, I would definitely try to do that, right? If he's going to be the main damage dealer, you definitely want to have him be on a boosted tile if at all possible. So let's see if that's what they do here. He's merged out a couple of times. He hasn't merged anything onto a tile, so I don't really know. We've got Mermaid here. We do have a little bit of a mismatch here. I think we've got like 2,700 crit, as well as, and our opponent is only like 1,700 crit. So we're up about 1,000 crit. We're also rocking Witch to where our opponent doesn't have any shield, but he does have Portal Keeper. So at least he's going to be a little bit in. But he hasn't. He's found one Blade Dancer. At least he has a little bit of something to try and protect. But Witch is super annoying. Crystal Mancer. I'm so interested. To be perfectly blatantly honest, I've looked a decent amount to try and find a couple of games of Crystal Mancer with talents on that ladder, on the battle history or whatever it's called. Most of them are losses. Not all of them. Most of them are losses. But clearly you can get some wins along the way as well. It's just kind of situational. And what it really comes down to is whether or not rocking Crystal Mancer in one of these decks. This deck also has Pretzel, also has Dryad. I think the last one had Scrapper too. I don't remember. But it's like a very generic boosted deck, buff deck, right? Pretzel, Harlequin, Dryad. Maybe it's got Night Statue in there. Maybe it's got, Sword in there, whatever it is. I think we had Sword in the last one. But would it be better to have Crystal Mancer in there? Or would it be better to have, a relatively ranked up Cultist, relatively ranked up Blade Dancer, Inquiz, Tesla? You tell me, right? Is it worthwhile to try and get a maxed out Epic, max talents on your Epic Crystal Mancer? versus a medium leveled up legendary. That's what we're here to find, right? That's what we're here to figure out. So let's keep on going here. 55 seconds until Gorgon. It now kind of looks like Crystalmancer is attacking. Let's talk about Lightning Rod. We just saw Lightning Rod, and the image looks really cool. The name is pretty cool. So let's see what's it all about. Every 10 seconds, each Arcanist on the battlefield charges its attack with electricity, increasing its critical chance by 100%. This attack leaves behind ball lightning. A lightning ball. Dealing 20% of Arcanist damage value every 0.5 seconds. So let's try to keep an eye out for it. Let's try to actually see it in person here. That would be cool. Oh, there it is. There's a lightning ball right there. Does it also kind of pause them? It looks like it also kind of paused them, which would definitely be worthwhile, right? That lightning looked pretty sick. See, that's the question, man. It makes all the difference, maybe, one situation to the next, from a level 11 to a level 13 talent. I don't even think I can get the level 2 talent. We just looked, right? But it wouldn't be absurdly difficult to try and do so. We've already maxed out our Crystalmancer just level. It's a level 15. So we're not going to need a ton of gold. It's just finding those faction cores. And you can get those, I don't know. As long as that's the route we want to actually take, which I don't know if that's the answer, right? But we have the option of getting cores. Every time you get faction cores, typically you're given the option to where I was just doing Knight of Light, Kingdom of Light, that's what it's called, for my Knight statue. And I think it's probably worthwhile to keep on going Knight of Light because we now have the level 13 talents on our Knight statue. We could get our Knight statue to a level 14 to where, you know, we get a couple of books or a couple of pages or whatever, get him to level 15, and now we got to work hard to try and get those faction cores for Knight statue to 15, but that's probably worthwhile. It's probably better to try and focus on that Knight statue, at least first, and then go for Crystalmancer, because you know what it feels like? The equivalent of getting Crystalmancer to a couple of levels up, even if I were to get Crystalmancer to max, it feels equivalent to me using tokens to buy an event legendary full while knowing I'm never going to get that legendary to max. A level 7 Tesla, a level 7 Minotaur, a level 7 Monk, which I don't even have Monk. I actually had a comment in the other day saying, it's amazing I've been playing this game for so long and I still don't know how to play certain cards. Talking about me playing Monk. I don't have Monk. I have no experience playing it. I don't have the card. I play it in Rush for Glory, and that's about it. But anyway, if I can get a legendary, one of those, you know, super cool legendaries, and get it to level 7, it could be fun, but it's never going to be effective, right? It's never going to compete with my max Inquiz, my max Cultist. It's the same thing with Crystalmancer. Even if I maxed out my Crystalmancer, is it going to be effective against those top-tier cards? I don't know. I'm assuming not, but maybe, right? Is it worth trying to find out by leveling it up and focusing all my time and energy on it? Probably not, right? So just a couple of things to think about. We're over 1,000. We're up over 1,000. I got to take a pretty little screenshot here at some point. We're up over 1,000 right now for stacks. Dude looks like a beast. 38 seconds. Let's at least... Can our man that we're playing against, and I didn't even mention this, but our opponent also has a level 9 Blade Dancer, right? That's definitely not ideal. He's also got Mermaid. I don't even know what equipment he's got for Mermaid. I'm going to have to take a screenshot very soon because I don't think he's going to last. Oh, I don't know what we got to, but let's take a peek at the equipment real quick. Max, epics. Level 8, level 6. Nothing too crazy there, but 1728. Verse 2751. So we've got more than 1,000 crit on our guy right there. And I mean, Crystalmancer looked pretty dominant. But again, Level 13 Crystalmancer. You know what? Hey, I'll say this right now. Level 13 Epic versus a level 9 Legendary that is a very good Legendary. Seeing a Crystalmancer dominate, seeing the Epic dominate is not something to take lightly. How many times have we played a level, like a high level Epic against a low level good Legendary and lost very badly? Many times, right? I mean, if before Crystalmancer had talents against like a level 9 Monk, we would probably lose. Level 9 Cultist, you might lose to a level 9 Cultist with a max anything that's not legendary. Max Gargoyle, max Crystalmancer, max Reaper with talents. Losing to a level 9 Tesla, level 9. It's a battle. I think that's like a relatively even trade here. And this is only a level 13 Crystalmancer. It's not a max Crystalmancer. It's a level 13 Crystalmancer. Yes, the crit definitely comes into effect. Yes, Witch is super annoying and can up your win rate. But kind of looks worthwhile. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Crystalmancer. Pretty cool. Again, as we even guessed, just because of the image, Lightning Rod looks like the way to go. Lightning Rod looks pretty cool. It looked like it was doing more damage. I think it pauses them too. Can I see real quick? I think it looked like it pauses them as well. Leaves behind a ball. Lightning dealing 20. Might not pause them. It might not. But it looked dope, and it was working damage. And we were still using High Arcanist, but this time we were using Crystallization. Increase rank and merging a mage spawns 2 crystals, which attack the first target. We got well over 1,000. We'll look at the damage. Well over 1,000 stacks on our Crystalmancer. Pretty cool. Fellas, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.